want to talk to people about drugs, cartels, terrorists. Some people think, oh, we're just criminals, but you're actually terrorists because they all work in cahoots in bigger and bigger circles and they have a hierarchy and order. You can look at that Mexican thing with the CJNG, whatever the hell it's called. They're all hooked up together, okay? You gotta realize this. If you give them over your money, you're paying their whole empire, and that's what I'm saying. This shit's getting torn down. I just saw a thing where there was some 80-year-old man. He had been a lottery ticket winner, whatever the news mentions that, but he was like involved in funding and like bankrolling a $400 million drug cartel ring, small ring, and section of it, because that's nothing compared to what they've done on the whole, but that is something. The thing is, now these old men, now his whole reputation's ruined. Now his legacy is the truth of he's a fucking scumbag. Never mind these foreigners. The Chinese have been trying to take our country over. They would make it all biolabs and fucking, prisons and science testing and all this sick shit based on witchcraft and evil report and demonic desires of just wanting to watch people be put into submission just to torture them. That's what they do to the animals too. So all this shit has to close down. NIH, fucking piece of shit. Virology, WHO, CDC, it's all beast system. God has made that clear to me over the years. It's all devil bullshit. It's not God's. That's not God's way. God's destroying it. He said, I'm ripping it down and tearing it apart. He let them do this. They all wanted to rebel again, and he said, okay, enough time, enough of that bullshit, and now I'm going to tear it down and make the world the way I want it. And he said, no one's ever seen the world the way he wanted it. His children. He said, we've never seen anything close. So I'm excited about the future, but no, I don't need you fucking pieces of shit here trying to ruin everything. You young people, you might not know, you might be ignorant, naive, stupid, innocent still. You might not realize how involved this is, but if you get involved in drugs and all that, you start giving your money, it's going right to terrorists, to satanic terrorists, child molesting, slavery. They want to have pedo pizza slavery, just like the Hollywood Balaamites and the Bilderbergers with the Trilateral Commission, New World Order type of bullshit. They all abuse kids, and then they abuse adults. Epstein Island had to go and look at P. Diddy's circle. You got Meek Mills, who was bragging about selling heroin. He got busted back in like 2011, 2012. They tried to wipe it off the thing. You got fake fraudulent governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, giving him awards over the last few years. Ooh, celebrate Meek Mills. What, these fucking pedophile heroin dealers? Just like fucking China Muertes fentanyl fucking cipher, trying to poison our people to death and turn everyone into, junkie fucking slobs? Fucking disgusting people that just drool on themselves, piss all over the fucking streets, fucking sit in trash piles and heroin needles down in the park off of fucking, by near the L or whatever. If people aren't living up to your potential, just stop, I used to drink. I tried some other shit before. I don't do shit. I haven't drank even in years. All I take is ibuprofen once in a while if I get a fucking horrible fucking toothache or a headache or something. But all this shit too, people trying to curse and hex and put spells and evil report. Oh, you'll get sick if you'll get cancer if you'll this. God doesn't say any of that shit. God says I've defeated all those things already. Accept it. That's called the good report. If you agree with God, and God's unlimited, I can give you scripture from the Bible to back this stuff up. One says the saints suffer all kinds of afflictions, but God heals them all. Everyone. God's not just going to say, oh, here, I can't heal this, I can't heal that. No, God can heal all of them. Start to speak that, start to believe that, start to know that. If you want to look at science, if you don't believe me, look at parasympathetic magic bullshit. Look at Munchausen syndrome. Look at the power of hypnosis and self-hypnosis and how it can totally cure people of things, heal allergies, get rid of addictions, even allergies. All this shit, people have symptoms. Oh, my nose. Oh, my face is swelling. Then they get hypnotized a few times. The power of the word of positive mantra reinforcement and the fact that they're willing to accept the new power of that, even though it's already been there and it's just been dormant because they've been filling themselves with negative mantras and lies and spells and hexes and speaking evil report over their own lives. Oh, I have this, I have that, I have that. God says don't claim that. That's claiming a disease. And he said it's really an illusion. So you look up parasympathetic, look up Munchausen syndrome, and then look at how hypnosis and positive mantra affect certain diseases and things like that. It gets rid of shit. But God just can get rid of it for you. All you gotta do is say, oh, well, she's saying it's fucking right. Okay, click. Okay. I don't have to get all, I can let this shit just disappear, fade away. That's what some of those old monks used to say. They said, just, your arm's bothering you, da-da. They said, let it disappear. Just let it disappear. God says what you should do is magnify Him instead and focus on something else. Focus on God and His glory, because God's words are life and spirit. The more life, resurrection, restoration, spirit, those words matter. Boom, 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 boom. It's like God's like bringing things to life as you speak the words. He said, I gave you the power in the tongue of blessing or cursing, life or death. But He says, speak life. He's God of life. He's not the God of death. He's the God that says, I am the God that was dead, yet lived, and will live forevermore. Okay? And that's the truth. But yeah, fuck all these niggers. They're no racist. You know what I mean. They're just trying to Munchausen syndrome all you with a fucking spooky fucking hypnosis, witchcraft, ritualized way of life. That's what they did for a long time. And a lot of people got sick and claimed diseases and fell to death and diseases and taken even weaponized fake vaccines, shit to just fuck up your whole system. And they didn't believe God. And they thought, oh, well, I'm afraid I have to get these fake vaccines. And then they ended up sick or dead. Okay? Try to stick it out. Try to stick it out sober as much as you can. Tough it out. That's what I do. You can see I had some weird shit go on in the past. I had some bad dentist a long time ago, and I had some teeth pulled. But I've had some weird shit going on in there for years. I stopped going to doctors and shit like that. But God's actually been fixing it, and parts of it's actually gotten better. And it's a little weird looking. There's still teeth in here. They're coming back too. He said full restoration. And the thing is, the phases I went through with this shit hurting, there was times, a few periods of my life, it felt like I had a fucking railroad spike, literally. Jammed through my temples. I could even feel my temples moving, shit in them, shit swelling. Just felt like I couldn't even sleep. It was so painful for a few weeks. I've had this happen a few times in the past, but that, like, God, He, like, it's like He, like, pushes you through it. Like, He, like, lets you go through it, and then it's like, okay, you hit a new plateau. That shit's not gonna fucking take you down. You know? He said He'll use it to strengthen them, and He rooted my teeth even better, so now they're stronger than they used to be. And, you know, this one broke several times in the past for different reasons. But the last time somebody knocked it out was an MS-13 member in Philadelphia. When I came out of a place with my food years ago, him and his faggot buddy, one of them held their car up, and one of them just came up and went boom, 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 and hit me 3 times. And I fell on the ground. I woke up, I pissed my pants. Another guy, a white scumbag, was taking my bike and walking away with it. I would piss my pants. I mean, I can't help it. That's my reflex, I guess. If somebody knocks me the fuck out for a split second, I must have had like a nerve went, and I just like pissed my pants. I saw him getting in his buddy's car, and they drove away. But this is like these like tattooed MS-13 faggots, like Nancy Pelosi's like adult type. You know, she's probably into the kids too, pretty much, I would assume, because it seems like Obama, Pelosi, Podesta, whether they like to just fuck them or mock them with their mockery porn, satanic ritual lifestyle of total waste of life. I'd like to cut all your nigger fucking heads off. Clinton's, Podesta, definitely Podesta. I could just get a tiny little pair of toothpicks and put them together like chopsticks, and then go up to John Podesta and go and snap his head off because his neck's so scrawny. Fucking piece of shit. People beating on little kids and shit, they get off on this shit. I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm not a murderer, but with these motherfuckers, it's not that I'd enjoy it. I just would, like, if I saw the shit they did, I have some crazy ass dreams. I've had dreams. I had a dream I strangled Joe Biden to death when I caught him doing something bad during the first year of his presidency. Ironically, God said he did die around that time. And the thing is, and sometimes in a dream you might have a big gun. Oh, I gotta kill all these aliens. And it just happens, and you just do it. Well, if it was one of those realms and I saw all these people doing the horrible things they do to children and animals and innocent people, I would kill them all. I hate them. And it's not about I sit here dwelling on how much I hate them. It's just that, like, I know to kill you motherfuckers. Just like when I find a tick on a dog, I burn it. I pluck it out and then I fucking burn it. Or if I'm in a house, I flush it in a toilet. And I kill it. And I don't sit there going, ooh, ha ha ha, I'm jerking off to this. Ooh, I have lust over this. Ooh, I feel so powerful. No, it just has to be done. You niggers have become like that. Like just total disgusting evil parasites. Evil, disgusting, worthless parasites. You're not even worth putting in prison and paying money to keep you in prison because it costs a lot of money to keep prisoners too. So that's all I'm saying. So everybody stop doing fucking drugs. You know, people smoke weed. That's the only thing that I'm okay with. I'd say make sure you don't get it from someone who also sells fentanyl, you know, or heroin. You know, that's the worst stuff that's out there. You know, there's lots of people selling weed that are straight, good, healthy people, you know, so that's a good thing. But, that's all I wanted to say is push the kids away from doing the drugs and the young people. Stop acting like fucking scumbags. When Jesus said, I have never seen this much of a waste of potential, it reminds me of a lot of things, but part of it's like that. All the zombie people down under the L, laying in the fucking library park and the heroin needles all over. The cops just watch us going, like, you cops, what are you doing? You guys should send a fucking trash crew out there and start picking up heroin needles and start like telling people, like, get off your ass and fucking do something, you fucking bums. And I'm not saying that because I'm a slave driver. I'm not. I don't give a fuck what you do. But why don't you just get sober and go drink some fucking coffee, maybe smoke a little weed once in a while, and learn to deal with yourself. And maybe if you hate yourself and can't deal with yourself, why? If you hate your old oppressor, you hate this, you hate guilt, let it go. Focus on God. God always clears the slate. The enemy tries to make you feel guilt and shame too long for old sins or mistakes when you were just learning. That things you shouldn't blame yourself for forever and condemn yourself to a life of, oh, I gotta go get high and just never have a memory of every day because I don't want to deal with my own thoughts. A lot of thoughts that go through your head aren't even your thoughts. If they're wicked, or gross, or obscene, or nasty, they're from Satan. Satan doesn't have a body, and Jesus is between us and the enemy, but sometimes he lets you hear, whether you hear it consciously or unconsciously. I can catch the thoughts and hear them consciously now. I started hearing in 2014 inside, different type of hearing than I used to have, but sometimes I assume before that I was hearing Satan's thoughts silently without actually hearing them, but then I actually started being able to process them a different way. And a lot of thoughts that it could be enemies or meddling spirits just trying to whisper in your ear something that's really not for you. It's either trying to harass you or tempt you or give you a sick idea or a stupid idea. They're not your real thoughts. You know, your real origin is from the Lord, and everybody needs to root themselves in that and focus. Your origin is of the Lord. You don't, all you people, there's too many people out here with this Balaamite pedophile crack music where it just sounds to me like a bunch of pills and crack and pedophiles jittering, oh, let's talk about anything. They're all out there mumbling, what's that about? Because they can't sit in silence, because they're all either loopy, because they were either victims, or they're in-betweeners. A lot of times the enemy tries to slave bind their victims, or their children, or the children they kidnapped, or whatever, and then they try to make them little terrorist, evil bastards like them. That's what Hezbollah does. Jesus said in the Bible, they make their children twice the sons of hell that they are. They make their children even grosser and worse and nastier. But again, if you realize all this shit, and you say, Lord, I want to be the exception. You can be. You gotta, say, look, my origin's not from these wicked people that you placed me amongst. It's from you. Let's go do our own thing. Let's go. You have to be able to walk away from people too. Like it says in Job, understanding is knowing to depart from the wicked. David said, don't camp with the wicked. Don't sit there and fuck them, party with them, hang out with them, listen to their shitty crack pedophile rap music and pop music. Okay? I'm tired of you people blaring this shit all over every fucking store I go to, every state, every town. Wawa, Walmart, giant food store. It's just, I don't want to shop and listen to this shit. I don't want to listen to shit. I don't listen to this shit. I sit here and I don't listen to shit. You know, they're trying to steal our peace, and they're trying to run oh, if we say this enough, maybe we can make you dumb crackhead pedophile losers like us, and we don't even want to think, and we don't think yeah, what do you do with all that guilt after you've been fondling kids? I guess you guys act different in daily life because you don't want to talk about serious matters and truth and justice and righteousness and corrections and all kinds of stuff to form a positive mind full of, you know, restraint and self-restraint. See, these people try to restrain others and to bear our molestations and our unnecessary soul sins and torture and witchcraft. But if they were fucking smart, they would learn to train themselves and restrain themselves and start being able to live in quiet and peace. You know, go take a painting class at the community college. You know, go take a drawing class. Do it every year if you have to. You know, get a pottery class going. Go take a class on math or something to train you to think and be clear. And if you need clarity and straight lines, or if you just need something to, something soft and rounded, go for something like that. Take a yoga class, you know, take a Tai Chi class, whatever. Do something else. But when you people just sit there, crack, pedophile music, you're all clinging. For years I watched you people, concerts, American Idol, this, that, and the other. Said they're all in a cult. They're all like mind slaves. Go to the Weezer concert, they're all holding the W up. Ooh, they don't even dance or mosh because they were trained to be just these passive slaves, boring, lukewarm people. They don't even worship God. They were trained to forget about God and just, pop music, cool pop culture, cool movies, all for years. All these people around me, peers and schools and everything. Most of them, movies, music, movies. You got nothing to talk about. Then it was, when it got older, beer, sports, the sports team, you're fucking retards. Get a fucking life. Wake the fuck up. Get righteous, get holy, get firm, fucking do something. And if you're sitting there with bibble babble crack, fucking pedophile lip, fucking these guys, I'm a slick black guy, you're a pedophile, you nigger fucking scumbag, just like P. Diddy. Not because you're black, I said because he's a nigger. Alright? Same with Biden. Same with Clinton, same with Podesta. Same with the whole fucking NIH. You're all fucking goddamned niggers. You want to ungoddamn yourself, you all better blow the whistle, turn over a new leaf, shut your nigger job shit down, and get a fucking life, and start telling the truth, and stop doing witchcraft on the masses. And then when your witchcraft doesn't work by words, that's where they try to, we'll strap the cats and dogs and monkeys down, and force big pins and rods into their temples and their brains and electrodes and shock therapy them to reprogram them. They were trying to make robots out of animals and people. China had this shit going on too. This shit's not a joke. Everyone should be up in arms about it. NIH? UN headquarters? The fucking sponge bomb. Have the fucking military should be all on Black Ops. Go sponge bomb, you fucking scumbags. But God's got something worse for you than death in the flesh, if you're that bad. I love God, and I don't sit here trying to always scare everyone about hell, but I'm not going to tell you that Jesus saves every single person, because he also says, I will destroy many. He says, I will save many, but he also says, I will destroy many. He does divide the sheep from the goats, and the wicked must be destroyed. Those on the left, he says, depart from me into eternal damnation, reserved for the devil and his wicked angels. The devil's already fucked. He knows he's going down. If he can fool you to be a wicked, asshole, loser, nigger, scumbag like him, and you say, well, now you're going to go down with me too, and I stole everything from you. I already know I'm fucked. I'll fuck you over too. That's what these jerk-offs do. And yeah, there's plenty of them out there. These little bitch boys. All these little fucking bandito, little gangbanger, they're always doing meth. It's either heroin, meth, pills. A lot of them drink cocaine. A lot of them are in that. Some of them might be sober. And that's like, whoa, these are the like clean looking pedophile fucking child molester fucking worthless scumbags that do nothing for anyone or anything good in life. I said, fuel for the fires of hell then. Alright, get off the drugs, everybody, because you have chances to repent and to go back to God more fully and prepared and say, yes, I'm not going to be spellbound in Munchausen syndrome by these fucking goddamn fucking death mask CDC fucking losers. Fuck you, China. Fuck you, Mortaise. Got a life.